franchise. I joined the University of South Carolina, and actually yesterday.
I know you've both been sitting patiently for the past 2 years, waiting for your shot. So I made a decision.
From USC. So we're just
neither one of you will be starting.
No.
What do you mean? We've done everything that you asked of us.
I have my rings, and that's why you're not starting. Even though USC was last time I got a ring.
How many of those do you guys have? Now, as I was saying, neither of you will be starting, but both of you will be playing.
Coach, I'm sorry, but I'm not switching positions.
I'm not asking you to switch positions. You both get reps at QB. This is a defense-first team now, so I don't need your heartbreak kids nonsense. All I need is for one of you to manage things and make sure the offense doesn't give the game away, because my defense certainly won't. Understand?
Well, you've seen what we did in high school.
I don't care what the heartbreak kids did 2 years ago, son. I'm more concerned what you can do now in college and winning a lot more at ease. So I'm gonna rotate you guys. I'm gonna stick with the hot hand until I see what I can get out of one of you. And you'll start the first half. If you do well enough, you'll stay in. If not, we'll see what Tommy's got.
Coach, you can't be serious.
You two are competitors, right? Well, that's how you're gonna have to approach this, as a competition. Now go on, get out of here.
Well, what do we gotta do? Right? That'd be terrible. Come in. Can't get drafted if we don't play.
Well, there is no hint of fall here on this hot Saturday afternoon. Students and alumni have made the early season pilgrimage to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami for the season-opening kickoff classic on EA Sports. It's the USC Trojans taking on the Florida Gators. College football is back here on EA Sports. The new season underway here in Miami. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And underway here on EA Sports.
Oh, Lamb
this will go as a touchback, and they will be things at the 25. 1st and 10, Florida. From the shotgun, here's White. The ball popped in the air and
INT first play.
He's picked off just shy of midfield.
The first down pass.
That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will start the second. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he
Oh no,
cannot
I'm
connect.
bad.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Defense.
Can't do that.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11 on now. It's Charles. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So the defense gives up the field goal, 3 points, and that obviously, Charles, the first 3 points scored in the college football season.
Hey, Brandon, I know this is going to be really hard for Coach O'Brien. First game as a head coach, former defensive coordinator. You and I both know he wants to snarl at the defense for giving up any points. But now as a head coach, just giving up a field goal, probably has to feel pretty good about that.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
They shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud.
Get another interception. Can you get another interception? Can we get a fumble? I don't know.
To gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second.
Oh, that should have been.
That was some double moves.
That should have been down right there.
Gain of 5 by only getting 1 there.
Third and 4.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down. White. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Homie's name is Website. That's impossible. Hang on. Oh, that's right, I
can't. 5 on the
can't.
carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ball carrier.
Oh, there's the names on the back of USC's jerseys. That sucks. No, Webster. I swear it said Website.
Those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Oh, a second interception.
Picked off with great anticipation.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
21-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Down.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now an inside handoff for Charles. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score,
We're doing good so
Trojans
far,
3,
I think.
Gators nothing.
We haven't really thrown anything.
And this one is right
6-0?
through.
I don't know.
And they're
Something.
able to double their lead in this.
Defense is boom.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later. Put the
Watch the Gators just get a touchdown here. And then our lead is just destroyed.
The results have not been
Oh,
good.
well.
2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They'll break the huddle, come up
let's
on
just
2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Like, he had so much room,
Run, Charles.
but then, like, that DB was just so fast.
They would move the ball on the ground,
Go blitz again.
honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Some stupid play that they just did.
Right now, to throw
dumb
on
as hell.
3rd down. That's taken in by the tight end, Perkins.
Oh,
He
4th
would
and
be
inches. What are they
very
gonna
close
do?
to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist
Oh,
of the
they're
referee.
not gonna
And
go
that
for it?
means 4th
Dumb.
down.
He wasn't
So I don't
the
like this
primary
game.
target, but
I mean, I like
think
this
it
game,
was
but
almost
like, I don't
a
like
check-down
some of the.
situation, wasn't it?
Yeah,
feel
hoping
like
he
it's
can
not
break some
like
tackles, a
realistic.
big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Washington.
Ooh,
Credit him with a 1-yard gain
leveled.
there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty
Absolutely
stacked up
disgusting.
there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Only gets there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Washington now out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
again, just my running back. I don't want to throw anything.
It proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They run from the shotgun with Washington. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
That play right there, Charles, that is a prime example of why Coach O'Brien likes this young quarterback on the field, his ability to scramble.
And you talk about the ability to scramble, move his quarterback run plays, you name it. Everything is in the playbook now. He comes on the field, and that's what you like because you know Coach O'Brien's background is defense. And as a defensive coordinator, what drove him crazy? Quarterbacks that can move.
But the coaches even said to us, Charles, that at times he reminds them of a running back.
Yeah, they don't want to say it very loudly and take all the motivation away from this young man, but if they had to move him to running back full-time, they'd be very confident that he'd be a good one.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29.
Are they going to move me to running back? So
That one a
is that
1st
what they're
down
doing?
pickup
Or
of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football.
Oh, no.
It's loose. And the
Awful.
defense will get their hands
I
on
wanted
it.
to
Going
get
the
the
other
ball.
way.
Fumble on the play.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just sympathy for him back there, though? So on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football. Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
You know, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack? And the pressure gets to him again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, it's Jennings.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. As a clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Florida's punter is out there now as he'll kick it away for the
see if I
second
can actually
time.
do something with 40 seconds left.
This is fielded at the 27. And past the 40.
Oh, I slipped
Out
out.
of bounds. Nice work on the return as he gets
37
about 15
seconds.
yards
Go.
back.
Concept.
And now will come the offense as they take over.
And a sweep. Outside. No, what do I want? Outside, outside. Okay, we're just gonna do this for the rest of the game.
Ready to get their next drive started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got
Bang.
lucky because they've been moving the ball
Bang.
really well
Nope.
and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
No.
Here on this drive.
Is it?
They'll run here with Sims. And some room to roam now.
Oh well.
And with that, we reach halftime in Miami in the opener to this college football season.
Terrible. 3 points in the first, 3 points in the second. I do get the ball back
Teams
though.
appear ready for the
That's right. I forgot about that.
resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The SC offense about set to take over here. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each player work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Oh, look at that. Oh my God.
And he is in for a USC touchdown. Alonzo Sims, 52 yards. And the Trojans add on to their lead.
For a 2-point
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
12-0.
7 yards deep.
Looks
and
like such a
come out
weird
to the
score,
25
but that's
as he
fine.
will not attempt to return. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida
Oh wait, I'm
offense.
still in.
These
Why
guys
am I
had to
still
punt
in?
last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because
Next time I
they
get the ball,
drive
I'm
you
just going to
berserk,
throw
come off
incomplete
the field,
all 4 times.
Not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, it's White. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 20.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Oh, so bad.
I
probably just stepped down them or something.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. On play action, they'll throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Incomplete.
The incomplete pass there, and you think about the quarterback position in college football.
Kind of seems like once you get a guy developed, his 4 years are up just like that. He's off to the NFL. So what we're seeing here, a first ever college start at the quarterback position. How hard is it to win with someone who is unproven like that?
It's always hard. Now, we've seen guys do it, but to me, they're few and far between because the teams that don't have returning starters at that position, or at least guys that saw significant action and can handle the pressure a little bit, you got to put them a little bit of a notch below everyone else because in high school, those guys can get by on raw talent. It's harder to do that on the college level.
This is Ellington. Now Ellington lost the football.
Oh,
Up by the defense.
bad.
There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
The tackle made at the...
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
46-yard line.
The Gators now with a 1st and 10.
We still have some to go. Not
On the ground, Ellington. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
7-yard line.
This is Jennings. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Down and 12.
On 3rd down, White. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Like we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Trojans take over 1st and 10.
The SC offense about set to take over here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your deep.
Oh, my, he'll take this out of the side of the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. So give 2 points to the defense. They were in hot pursuit there, and in the end, they force him out of bounds.
You just wondered how he was going to get out of this one, Brandon. We saw him painting himself into a corner, and finally has nowhere to go but out the side of the end zone. It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
On 1st down, it's White. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
literally almost got an interception.
Intended for
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
To throw is White on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Straight up.
For number 23, incomplete.
Florida going to send on the field goal team here. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
A 55-yard attempt.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. 2nd and 15. Flush to his right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
A loss of a yard.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
At the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, White. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That catch good for only a couple. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
-12. Perfect.
Coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Bang.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
7.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Come on, INT.
Oh! They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Dumb.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. White. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Toward the end zone.
Bang! 4th down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A 22-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started.
We know they're going to use all their timeouts.
We'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground, this time with Charles.
3rd and 3, perfect. Timeout.
By the defense. As they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Again, it's Charles.
First, oh, jeez. Jeez.
Defenders giving chase,
Oh,
but
it
I don't think
happened.
they're going to get there. And he is in for a USC touchdown. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Trojans add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see.
You're seriously giving me a roughing passer. That's dumb. Come on.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's Ellington. And that play will go
they don't want to
nowhere.
win this.
Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now White lost the football.
Oh,
It's
the
going
fumble.
the other
Come on,
way.
bring it home.
He's
Let's
got
go.
Grady. They're not gonna get him. And that should
Let's go.
just about do it. They return it to the end zone.
Let's go.
Sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
For the extra point.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
5 to
Gator
25.
offense not
What
ready
a
to get
great
this next
score.
drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on 2nd and long. White, throw left side complete. It's Perkins. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. White throwing on 3rd and long. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The offense staying out. They're going to go for 4th and 2.
Final score, Trojans
Draft stock
25.
trending up. I don't want it to trend up. I didn't do anything. All I did was run the ball and like get sacks, and I threw it incomplete
So things
several
got off to a
times.
solid start. But after several weeks, you and Tommy had rotated quite a bit. Reminiscent of Michigan when Tom Brady and Drew Henson split snaps. That had to be frustrating for you both.
Some huge
Wake up.
news to get to, and none more intriguing.
What are these dishes doing at my feet?
Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous.
Who crawled up your butt and died?
You.
Gross.
Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
The Heartbreak Kids have gone from from sensational dynamic duo to a sudden two-headed monster. And boy, this is an ugly one.
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there.
This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his two-quarterback system is matchup-based, but I gotta tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got two quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I gotta tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only gonna lead to problems on the field.
The answer is simple. Just stop me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to what, come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
100%.
This whole thing again. Are you dumb? I didn't take anything from you. Your body took it from you. Look, Tommy, I'm sorry.
No. I'm just gonna leave.
I don't know what his problem is.
You gotta go talk to him, man. Go clear the air.
He's the one with the problem. Look, if he wants to talk, he can come find me.
Jumping fiddlesticks.
Look at that leather on that couch, though. Like, that's nice. On God. Oh, now what are we doing? Second game? No, another game?
This college football season has been a fun and wild one, and we are now down to 4 as EA Sports is proud to welcome you to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This afternoon, it's the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups, as we'll see the Clemson Tigers taking on the USC Trojans. For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal.
We're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to play like shit.
Taken in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. 1st and 10 now for Clemson. They begin with
actually, hang on. What happens if we lose?
To the 29, a gain of 4.
Wait, I'm gonna simulate.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And a third down throw, and misses the target, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Trash. Garbage attempt.
1st and 10. At their own.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They will let him throw here on the very first play. They begin with a quick throw out left. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's pile this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, Cooper. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's got daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. Jay on right side. 63 yards. And Clemson tacks onto their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct both counts, right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10. At their own.
The SC offense about set to take over here. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, you don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Walker. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
At their own 32.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are you going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Here's Cooper from the gun on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
These last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
The Clemson punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 20. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He throws there, incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
Clemson takes over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Play of this first quarter. After one, it's 9-0.
First quarter with the score: Tigers 9, Trojans 0.
Cooper throwing on 3rd and long. Henry's got it.
Perfect. Just steps out of bounds. Awesome.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, you can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They go with Washington to begin the drive. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line.
He was brought down.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll run from the gun with Charles.
Perfect.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Perfect.
Passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Protect.
Clemson takes over 1st and 10.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Cooper now. From the gun, he'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Their 48-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got a man. It's Henry. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Cooper. And incomplete.
Intended
This is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. The Clemson punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. USC gets set here, 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Charles. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Taken down, back at his own 7. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Toss it out to Sims. Bang. He gets away from 1. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line.
Return team.
Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a 1st down, right? You want the penalty.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
Was it a breakdown of protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
He completes this into the hands of Miller. And Miller hit, and he fumbles. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions. Not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Home as we start the 2nd half of this semifinal matchup. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. And now, if I can try and read what's going on down to the far sideline, it would appear we're going to get a change at quarterback as Tommy Matthews looks like he's going to enter this ball game.
What?
You all right?
I'll be fine.
I was you last week. I know exactly what you're going through.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as we'll see the Florida Gators taking on the USC Trojans.
Yeah, I'm good. We're just gonna.
You okay, son? Yeah.
End of the first half. Is Tommy having a heart attack?
Tommy. You alright, Tommy? We need some help over here! Hurry!
You got my back, right?
Of course. Always.
Tommy's having a heart attack.
Then go out there and finish this thing.
Yes, I will. I will go out there and lose.
One shot. That's all any of us ever really gets. Waited my whole life for one shot at being a head coach. And here I am. This is your one shot to go out there and show the world who you are. Are you the guy who's going to lead this team to victory? Or are you going to be remembered as the guy who got caught up in the moment and let it all slip away? I know you're worried about Tommy. Sure, we all are. But this is your one moment. Now get after it, son. Get some.
Get after it and lose. Look at this
The pressure
other.
perhaps getting to this young Trojan quarterback. They trail at the break.
Oh, gross. Playing Florida again? It sucks.
Back now in this national championship game and what has been a tough defensive battle. And as we get ready for the second half kickoff, worth noting that Tommy Matthews does not appear to have exited the locker room with his team. And we'll keep you updated as we receive more information. 1st and 10, Florida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. For the Gators, they are in search of their 4th national title in school history. They lifted the trophy for the first time back in '96, and then most recently they were champions in 2006 and again in 2008. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 22-yard. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. From the gun, White, and he's got his man in stride, complete. And now a fumble.
Oh, that's a fumble.
This will be scooped up by the defense.
White's pass complete. A fumble.
Always
We're gonna blow it.
cough up that
Watch.
football. These defenders
Watch,
they
we're gonna
become
blow
so
it.
adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, it's Charles. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he goes out of bounds without getting rid of it. A big loss there, and it goes down as a sack as well.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in the...
Oh, how to get it up. And this results in 6. Touchdown.
Good.
And you don't see this one very often, but that one was blocked, deflected, whatever you want to call it, and they were able to pick it up and advance.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The defense, and now look at him go. He's at the 50.
I love it.
They should have put a sample
I love it.
Past the 20.
That's
and
great.
all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in,
2 points?
there was a little discussion about, hey,
That's
we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Now Ellington. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this 2nd half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Throwing on 3rd and long. White. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
For the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Trojans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The SC offense about set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah,
and they finally get to him as he's taken down.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Washington. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone.
With the score.
Well, here we are, start of the 4th quarter. You're down on the scoreboard. Tommy Matthews is out. They need something to start clicking here real soon.
Brandon, you mind if if I change headsets right now? Because I want to put on Coach Red O'Brien's and try and think along with him, because in my mind, he's saying to himself, I've rotated quarterbacks all season. Now I'm asking this offense to put the game on their shoulders, and I've only got one of those quarterbacks.
Yeah, I guess that's a little bit of a comfort zone, Charles, right? Just knowing that you have been in this situation where without Tommy Matthews, hey, we've played this other guy. We've had some success with him, so this territory not all too unfamiliar.
That is true, and right now, I just want to emphasize what he does best, what he's done throughout the season, this work so offense. That's where I want to go with my play calling from this point forward.
On first down, it's Jennings. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
To throw on 2nd and 6. White, this is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now White. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches, and they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. Right now, anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. Well, Charles, a 2-score game, and you got to think right now they're playing against the clock a little. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now a draw play. Here's Charles. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
On third down, Jennings, and he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Again, they run with Ellington. So the dreams of a return to championship glory for USC football going to be dashed here on the turf in Santa Clara as the Trojans will head back down to the southern half of the state empty-handed. Heartbreak for the so-called heartbreak kids. They couldn't make up for the loss of Tommy Matthews, and that clearly on their minds during the second half of this championship game.
Vaughn, those two shares special. And although there was only one heartbreak kid out there in the second half, I truly believe that Tommy was there in spirit, and he gave our guy the energy to fight tooth and nail. And I'm proud of our guy. And I'm proud of what he's accomplished.
You hear from Mr. Matthews?
The hoodie gave it away.
He's stable. But we're only allowing family to go back right now.
That's great, because he's my brother. We really wanted to win this for Tommy, but, hey, you know, might not be as nice as theirs, but, it's something at least.
Thanks for coming, man. It means a lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't miss this for anything. Coach and the guys done their best. They were all here, but no one knew when you might wake up, so they had to catch their flights back. I told Coach I wasn't about to break up the Heartbreak Kids, so I stay behind. Make sure you're okay.
Thanks, man. I'm just glad you're here.
But hey, they did let me bring in this trophy. How you feeling, man?
Like a sack of crab.
You know, that's funny. Because that's exactly what I was going to say you look like.
Hey, man. Promise me one thing.
Anything.
That you'll come back next year and make it win the championship. Together.
No.
Next year? Let's just focus on getting you healthy. One day at a time, right?
Yeah. Dude, take this stupid thing.
I tried, you know?
Doc said I shouldn't overdo it.
She say what caused all this?
Yeah. Something about the stress from my filthy roommate leaving his dishes lying around the apartment. She said if it weren't for that, I'd be the pinnacle of health.
Please.
Hey, seriously. You gotta start cleaning up after yourself. It's ridiculous.
Really? Right now?
He's dying.
Is that him? He's an hour early. Coach.
Don't look too disappointed.
No. I was just expecting Tommy. Come in. Care for a cupcake?
No, thanks.
So, you here for the party?
No. Give me a minute.
Okay, Coach.
Actually, I'm here to talk to you about next season.
Yeah, sure. Talk away.
It was something you said at the start of the season earlier. It really stuck with me. It's
something good, I hope?
Well, it was something you said about treat your men like your beloved sons, and they'll follow you into the deepest valley. And that really got me. It got me thinking about the way I treat you boys, and I wasn't being fair to you, and Tommy for that matter, or the team.
Wow, Coach, I really appreciate that.
All that being said, I wanted to go into the off-season with everyone on the same page. I figured the best way that we could do that would be to announce a starter. Tommy's gonna be our starter.
But...
Good.
How could you possibly make that decision after the title game? Is Tommy even gonna be able to play?
Yeah, I spoke with his doctor. Valve replacement surgery was great. He's gonna be right as rain.
I just... don't understand.
I know this is hard for you. It's hard for you to process, and I hope you believe me when I say that I take no joy in making this decision. But I stand firmly behind it because, frankly, Tommy's a better fit for the offense.
Well, what does this mean for me?
Well, it means that you are at a monumental crossroads in your life, and you've got two choices. You can enter the draft, and based on what you did last year, I'd say you'd be lucky to get picked in the 3rd round. But realistically, you're looking at a late-round selection, if at all.
Jeez, don't sugarcoat it for me.
Well, I'm trying to be open and honest with you from this moment forward. I'm giving it to you as I would my own beloved son.
My other choice?
Well, the way I see it, you got too much raw athleticism to waste sitting on the bench. Your talent is a true gift. And it's one that I'm gonna give you the opportunity to show it to the world.
And how's that?
You get to pick a new position on offense and get your Heartbreak Kids thing going back again.
Heartbreak Kids.
Leave for draft.
I appreciate the faith, Coach, but if I'm gonna play QB at the next level, it seems like leaving now is my only shot.
That's probably true.
Wow. So, the NFL Combine. I spent so much time preparing for it. But some things you can't ever say you're fully ready for. That's how the week felt to me.
Simpic.
I walked away from the press conference feeling a buzz. Said a lot of things. Will my performance back it up? No. This cannot be happening. Okay. was the last place you looked at him?
If you knew where you last saw them, they wouldn't be lost now, would they?
Yeah, thanks. Lot of help you are. You're rich.
Say it with me now. Eisen.
Right, Eisen. You're Rich Eisen. Big fan. I'm gonna be the laughingstock of your next broadcast, aren't I?
Depends. You gonna run the 40 barefoot? I may have a little fun with you, but don't worry. I won't make you a running joke, huh? Come on. I thought it was pretty good.
Maybe not your best, but I'll tell you what. You let me wear your cleats, I'll laugh at any joke you have. I'm serious, I'm desperate.
Try 'em on. See if they fit. What's the verdict?
Perfect fit, but honestly, and I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but they're a little damp. They're like really damp. Did you go swimming in these?
Thought you said you were a fan. If you were, then you'd know I just ran my annual Run Rich Run 40 for charity.
Ah, right. How'd it go?
Let's just say my days of keeping up with Saquon Barkley are behind me. Maybe you'll fare better than I did out there.
What was your time?
5.98, baby.
Well, I can't do any worse. I've seen statues move faster than that.
All right, well, I want you to go out there and post a time of at least 4.6. Think you could swing that?
Of course. 4.6? I could do that barefoot.
That sounds like a challenge to me.
Less challenging now that I don't have to do it barefoot. Thanks to you and your cleats.
Now that is what I like to hear. You're gonna be helping those kids at St. Jude more than you know. Go get them, champ. Hope those shoes bring you good luck and an even better 40 time.
Thanks again, man. Whew. Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, no, it's gotta. Do
Welcome
we actually
to
run
another
for him?
exciting
I don't
edition
remember.
of the NFL Scouting Combine. I'm Rich Eisen, and I'll be your tour guide as we meet the next crop of elite NFL talent. We're gonna start things off with my personal favorite.
You know what? We're gonna exit. We're gonna do this a little later. We're gonna do this in part 4. That'll be it for me, I think. So yeah, do the combine in part 4.